Man, judging by the thumbnail of this video, you just saw me at 18. Oh, jeez. Can't believe I'm putting this on the internet right now. I think I might have to tuck this in. Don't want the mic to be all weird. Alrighty. Well, when this video officially goes live, that will mean it is my 26th birthday. Happy birthday to me. Thank you very much. And on this day, I want to impart wisdom that I would want to give my 18-year-old self. These are 10 things that I wish I knew at 18 that I know now at 26. So this video is for my 18 to 22-year-olds. All right, this is for my younger demographic audience. And I hope that these help you because they would have helped me 100%. Lesson number 1, nobody cares about you as much as you think. Contrary to your beliefs, people really don't care about what you're doing as much as you think they do. You see, most people care about themselves and their own problems. And so they don't really have the time and or energy to focus on you and what you're doing, okay? Nobody's caring about your next business endeavor or that kickboxing class that you say you're gonna go to, but you keep putting off, okay? People have their own bills to pay, their own health and wellness and family and responsibilities. You need to understand that, especially at this age, in your early to your mid-20s, people are trying to figure out their damn lives, okay? It's that quarter life crisis. I felt it. So I'm telling you now, people really don't care. So if you feel resistance or fear to do something, good. That is a sign that you should go for that. And I promise you, most people are really not gonna judge you as much as you think that they will. And the people that do judge you are the same people who don't have the balls to do it themselves and that are technically gum on your shoe. That's all you need to know. Lesson number 2, your friends will make or break you. I'm sure you've heard it 100 times and you're gonna hear it 100 more times, especially coming from me. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, okay? I cannot emphasize this enough. Coming from a few years prior, a toxic, unhealthy friend group, to now being in a healthy, uplifting, creative, high-achieving friend group. I'm telling you, night and day difference, okay? Your friends have more influence on you than you're consciously aware of. Your speaking patterns, your habits, your likes and dislikes, even your romantic relationships. You'd be surprised. You pick up on a lot of what your friends do. And so I highly, highly suggest that you pick carefully. And if you're like 18 to 21, the friends you have right now will most likely not be in your life later on. Maybe 1 or 2 very, very close childhood friends. But like the majority of the people you meet in high school and in college, they're not going to be your friends forever. That's just the reality. This is the biggest piece of advice I can give you on this topic is please take conscious effort in selecting a high quality, respectable, good group of people. It is quality over quantity. I would much rather you have no friends than bad friends, all right? Please do not overlook this. This will be a huge, huge part of your life, all right? Because we were literally meant to interact with people on this planet. That is what our purpose is on this earth, is to interact with other humans. So don't take this lightly. Lesson number 3, sleep is the most productive habit you can ever have. If there's one thing you want to get down to the best of your ability, it is your sleep. You sleep for 1/3 of your life, so you might as well be an expert at it, okay? Your sleep affects everything else in your life. Your work, your thoughts, your energy, your relationships, your body, everything. Especially at this age, there are going to be late nights and exceptions, of course. You're not gonna get it perfect every single day, and I don't expect you to. But I would suggest that you take a conscious effort into trying to wake up and go to sleep at the same time every day. And you try to get 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep a night. Some tips I'll give you: sleep in a cold environment, around 65 degrees. Don't use a screen about an hour before bed. And if you do end up using a screen, use blue light blocking glasses. Maybe take a bath. That helps me sometimes, honestly. It really does. And Also, you should probably invest in an Oura Ring or like a watch, an Apple Watch. I'm not wearing one right now, but some sort of device that can track your sleep, because then you have metrics to go off of, and it will really, really help you gain clarity on your breathing patterns, your heart rate, and your quality of your REM sleep and your light sleep and your deep sleep and all that kind of stuff. All right. So do not overlook this part of your life. It is literally 33% of your life, and it is extremely important. It will affect everything else. Lesson number 4, your body and your mind are equally as important. Here is the bottom line. If you do not take care of your mind, you will not take care of your body. And if you do not take care of your body, you will not take care of your mind. You have to prioritize both. If you're jacked, but you cannot have a conversation with somebody or understand important concepts of life, that's just as bad as knowing an abundance of information about working out, nutrition, and cardio and fitness, but not applying any of it and being out of shape and having poor health. If you have not started incorporating any form of physical fitness into your life, start. Your future self will thank you, I promise, okay? Start with 3 sessions a week, working out, doing some weight training, and focusing on progressive overload, lifting more weight or doing more reps each week. I would also recommend maybe doing a sport, because that's a fun way to get your heart rate up for your cardio, and just walking more. Just go outside more, walk more, all right? If you have not started practicing mindfulness and reflection, start gratitude journaling and reflecting every week, every Sunday is what I do, on how the week went, what you did well, what you could have done better, and what you plan to do for the week ahead. I would highly recommend just 3 things you're grateful for in the morning, every morning. Do that for 90 days and you will be the happiest you've ever been in your entire life. I can guarantee that. I've been doing these practices for months, and I can tell you that it's had a massive impact on my life for the better. Lesson 5, you are a lifelong student. The second you think you know everything, you've already lost. Because until the day that you die, you will continue to learn in this life. And I suggest that you learn from books, from videos, podcasts, courses, coaching, etc. Because knowledge is power, bro. I would also highly suggest learning more about these topics that I'm going to list off. Psychology, because you should be curious about how humans operate and how your brain works. All right. Sales, because learning to sell is one of the most valuable skills you can learn. You should learn about finances, because being financially literate will change your life and the people around you. And of course, social skills. We are literally meant to interact with humans, like I said before. You should want to know how to navigate relationships, romantic and friendships. And now to add on to that last point, lesson 6, more doing, less thinking. It is a wonderful thing to learn and to have vast amounts of knowledge and information. It means absolutely nothing when it is stuck up here and not applied into day-to-day life. Okay? You need to do more doing and less thinking. If you learn something, apply it. Put it to use somewhere. If you learned a new social skill and you learned that people like the sound of their name because that's the one thing they hear the most in their life, the next time you're at Starbucks, you say thank you and you say the barista's name. They will smile. It's a perfect example. You can't achieve anything if it stays in your head. You need to apply it in life, all right? Procrastination isn't laziness. It is lack of clarity and direction. If you're feeling lost or directionless, I have a video that you can watch. I'll link it, I'll put it up here. If you're feeling lost, watch it. It'll help you gain clarity and help you on your life and your goals. Lesson number 7, lean into your fears. This is a recent one for me because I used to be so afraid of taking risks and doing things that scared me. And let me tell you, do shit that scares you because the payoff is unparalleled. Failing at something does not make you a failure. Giving up makes you a failure. If you continuously try something and it doesn't work, but you keep trying, that's something called persistence. And persistence is a trait in some of the most successful people ever. That is the complete opposite of being a failure. Okay? You're not going to get things right 100% of the time, especially on your first few attempts. So embrace the difficulties because every time you fail, that is one step closer to breaking through that barrier and succeeding. You will only grow when you take yourself out of your comfort zone and do something that scares you. If you take a trip to a new city, you post social media online, you go up to that girl, you are putting reps into your body, mind, and soul into becoming a better person and getting closer to the goals you want to achieve. You need to do things that are uncomfortable and do them frequently. All right? Lesson number 8, the way that you think matters. The thoughts that you tell yourself, they matter, okay? Because they manifest into reality. You see, your thoughts create feelings. Those feelings create actions, and those actions create results. And when you think poorly or negatively, the results are usually negative. And the opposite is also true. When you think more positively, you tend to get the results that you want. So, it is really important to think highly of yourself, even if it feels delusional. Because people treat you the way that you treat yourself. You treat your body and your mind and your thoughts well, people will treat you well. Because the way that you carry yourself, your body, the way that you treat your mind, and educating yourself and reflecting and practicing mindfulness and feeling good, and the clothes that you wear, and the way that you keep your space clean, all of those things, they add up. And those thoughts turned into actions which made a certain result. And so if you are thinking really poorly of yourself and you are feeling insecure and you're feeling hopeless and not worthy, what makes you think that people are going to respond to that positively? Because here's the harsh truth. People who think that way tend to feel like they need to feel validated. I was that way for a long time. I used to be super insecure. On this channel, I was going on a whole thing where I was talking about my height. All right, I'm a 5'6" guy. I am short, but I am not insecure about it. I used to be super insecure about it, but not anymore. Guess what? People pick up on that. People pick up on my confidence and my conviction and my positive high energy. And people respond well to that. And so the thoughts that you think really do matter. All right? Lesson number 9. Social media is fake. Social media is a highlight reel, not a real highlight. All right? Take what you see with a grain of salt. You're only seeing the 5% of the good shit, okay? The 95% of the failures and the struggles and the lessons and the stress, you don't get to see all that. So when you're seeing these gurus travel the world and make a bunch of money and do all these things, you need to realize there's a lot they're not showing. All right? Do not compare your level 1 to someone's level 100. You're in a completely different league, a different game. It makes zero sense at all. You should only compare yourself to your past self. And if you are doing better today than you did yesterday, congratulations, you're doing it right. And finally, lesson number 10, tell the people that you love them, because life is finite. One day, we won't be here, and the people we love won't be here. It's a sad truth, and I don't want you to overthink and, go crazy with that, but tell your loved ones how much you love them. Spend time with them. Make a conscious effort to tell them that you appreciate them. Right now, I want you to text or call one person that you love or care about and let them know. And then let me know what happens. Let me know how they respond to that. I can tell you they're either going to thank you or they're going to cry. All right? Cry tears of joy, at least. So please don't take that for granted, because the people that you love and yourself only here for a certain amount of time. There are people in this world that would do anything to tell the people they love that have passed that they love them one more time and spend one more evening with them, having dinner or talking to them. So please, don't take it for granted and go tell that person you love them. They will really appreciate it. Just like you would appreciate it if somebody said that to you. All right? With that being said, those are the 10 lessons that I want to impart to you that you should be aware of and that you should take pride in implementing into your life. Because now I'm 26, man. And, I guess by society standards, I'm still technically young, but I'm old enough to be an adult, And, well, you're joining me on my journey, and I'm really glad that you're here. So, with that being said, that is my birthday gift to myself and to you, I guess. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video and you gained some perspective or knowledge or value. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.